Welcome to the Smart Business Seminar. This seminar will be investigating the statement, products labeled as green have legitimate aspects of sustainability. Before an organization can market itself or its products as green or environmentally friendly, it must meet the requirements set out in the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission's Guide to Green Marketing and Consumer Law to show compliance with the Competition and Consumer Act 2010. As well, the Trade Practices Act 1974 sets guidelines for companies making environmental claims on their products and prohibits any business from making false or misleading representations, or engaging in misleading or deceptive conduct. Green refers to products or services that are less damaging to the environment, are produced using methods or processes that save resources or reduce environmental impact as compared to those previously available or other products used for the same or similar purpose. As a general rule, green products do not generate detrimental waste and contain recyclable components. Sustainable means considering the environmental and social impacts of business operations and taking action to eliminate all negative environmental, social and economic impacts of operations at each phase of a product's life cycle. An example of a sustainable product is bamboo, as it can grow and be harvested in 5 years and, after being cut, will regrow on its own. The Green Bucks article states that shoppers want to buy from environmentally friendly retailers and are happy to pay more for their products. The Green Consumer Study found 46% of Australians regularly buy green products. Not only will consumers respect environmentally conscious brands, but 49% are also willing to spend up to a 10% premium on their items and will visit their stores more regularly. But despite this, a shocking 40% of respondents couldn't actually name a local brand or retailer that was actively green in Australia. In terms of the influence in the supply chain, businesses can use their power as a retailer and encourage their suppliers to mirror and adopt their policies. For example, international businesses, like Marks & Spencer and Walmart, use scorecards for their suppliers and only work with those who match their policies and strategies around green. The How to Determine if a Green Certification is Legitimate article by Carol Kroll explains how marketers can make claims that appear legitimate even though they might be flawed. There is a large amount of competing environmental claims, some valid, others little more than marketing propaganda. This is known as greenwashing, where people are led to believe the product they're buying is better than it really is. For example, products can be marketed as chemical-free, but this is not specific, as even water is a chemical. But businesses have to do this anyway or they'll lose out, so greenwashing isn't unnecessary. Businesses not seen as a green business may lose customers due to it, and if a business decides to become green, it may lessen their profit margin. To help prevent businesses greenwashing, articles and pages have been developed. For example, Scott Case's article, Green Consumer Beware, goes into detail on how customers can avoid being misled. This is a clear issue within communities, and this article aims towards fixing it. Although nothing can be done to stop businesses twisting the truth, systems put in by the government help suggest if a product is sustainable. For example, Energy Star rating on products, as well as labels that don't just state they do things but also validate their facts as well. Legislations and regulations are still there to keep businesses in line and stop complete lies, which settles customers in knowing there has to be some legitimacy to the product they're purchasing. Becoming green is a big part of a business because it leads to more profit due to more sales, as well as positive popularity. For example, being featured in a newspaper article. As well as this, green business is becoming more respected for protecting the environment. Because green products are becoming more and more popular, it is vital that a business can advertise themselves as green. When green products were first becoming popular, it was very easy for businesses to maximize profit when changing very little in their product, therefore almost scamming their customers. But since green products have become more and more popular, legislations now assure that products advertised as green have to have some form of legitimacy to them. Not only is this comforting for customers, but the fact that customers that purchase green products feel like they are being helpful to the environment is also comforting for most consumers. Although there is a negative point in purchasing green products, and that is that it is often more expensive to purchase. Despite this, most people will still be willing to spend up to 10% more just to buy a product that is green. In conclusion, it is clear that not all products labeled as green are completely legitimate, otherwise there would be no such phrase as greenwashing. Despite this, due to laws and legislations, products labeled as green have to have some form of legitimate aspect to being green and can't completely lie. Therefore, although the legitimacy can be improved, products labeled as green do have legitimate aspects of sustainability. Video produced by student name here 15 sec. Promotional video on why organizations should go sustainable. Insert video here.